Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. This presentation focuses on diagnosing DTC B0010-13 and B0011-13, which relate to open or increased resistance in the front passenger's airbag inflator systems in the Honda Odyssey models from 2011 to 2017. These error codes indicate potential issues with the airbag inflators that are critical for the airbag deployment system's effectiveness. Open circuits or increased resistance can prevent the airbag from deploying correctly in an event of a collision, significantly compromising passenger safety. It's essential to follow a systematic troubleshooting approach to identify the underlying cause of these error codes. Additionally, the inspection focuses on the SRS, supplemental restraint system components, including the inflator and the necessary connections. Awareness and understanding of these components are crucial for ensuring that the airbag system functions correctly and that safety protocols are maintained. The error codes B0010-13 and B0011-13 pertain to the front passenger's airbag inflators. These inflators are essential components within the SRS, supplemental restraint system of the Honda Odyssey. The first inflator is primarily responsible for deploying the airbag during a collision, while the second inflator provides additional protection and deployment timing. These inflators are located within the dashboard and are connected via a 4P connector to the vehicle's wire harness. The open circuit error suggests that there is a break or an unexpected increase in resistance in the wiring or components connecting to the inflator, which could prevent it from functioning properly. If these inflators do not operate as intended, the safety of the passengers is greatly compromised, highlighting the need for thorough diagnostics when these codes appear. Several possible causes can lead to error codes B0010-13 and B0011-13. First, there may be a fault within the airbag inflators themselves. This might be due to manufacturing defects or wear and tear over time. Second, bad wiring connections are a common issue. This can occur if there are frayed wires, poor connections, or corrosion on the electrical terminals, leading to increased resistance. Third, if the vehicle has been involved in a collision, incorrect component installation is a critical factor to consider. All damaged components must be replaced with new ones of the correct part number, and they must be installed properly for the system to function as intended. Additionally, if the SRS unit software is not updated to the latest version, it could result in operational issues, emphasizing the need for software inspections prior to hardware replacements. When faced with DTC codes B0010-13 and B0011-13, several symptoms are commonly observed. The most immediate indication is the illumination of the airbag warning light on the dashboard. This alerts the driver to a malfunction within the airbag system, prompting further investigation. Additionally, in some cases, the airbags may become inoperative, which poses a substantial safety risk during accidents. Without the proper functioning of the airbags, occupant protection is significantly diminished. It's important to note that these symptoms signal potential safety risks not only for the vehicle occupants, but also for other road users. Therefore, addressing these error codes promptly is essential for maintaining the operational integrity of the SRS. The first step in troubleshooting DTC B0010-13 and B0011-13 is to clear the diagnostic trouble codes, DTCs, using the HDS, Honda Diagnostics System. The HDS is designed to interface with the vehicle's onboard diagnostic system to retrieve and reset trouble codes. Clearing the DTCs often serves as a preliminary step to determine if the issue is persistent or an intermittent problem. After clearing, It's crucial to wait for a few seconds and observe if the codes return when the vehicle is restarted. This step establishes whether the issue is ongoing or has resolved itself temporarily. If the codes reappear, further investigative steps are needed, contributing to the diagnostic process and ensuring all potential failures are comprehensively reviewed. The second step involves turning the ignition switch to the on position or pressing the engine start-stop button to select the on mode. After doing so, it is essential to wait for approximately 10 seconds before proceeding. This waiting period allows the vehicle's onboard systems, including the diagnostics for the airbag inflators, to complete their internal checks. Doing this can also provide the system an opportunity to initialize properly, which is particularly important for the airbag system, as it ensures that all sensors and components are being acknowledged by the vehicle's computer systems. After the waiting period, the next diagnostic step focuses on retrieving DTCs again, which will indicate whether the previously cleared codes have returned, thus providing insight into the status of the airbag system. In the third step, check for DTCs once again using the HDS. This step is crucial to ascertain whether the previously cleared trouble codes have returned. If codes B0010-13 or B0011-13 reappear, it indicates that there is still an issue with the front passenger's airbag inflators. A yes answer leads you to the next step in the troubleshooting process. However, if the codes do not return, this might suggest an intermittent failure within the system, which can be less straightforward to diagnose. An intermittent failure is characterized by symptoms that appear occasionally rather than consistently. In such cases, the next steps would involve troubleshooting intermittent failures based on Honda guidelines to further investigate any underlying issues within the SRS system. The fourth step requires turning the ignition switch to the lock 0 position or selecting the off mode using the engine start-stop button. Following this, disconnect the negative cable from the vehicle's battery. This process is critical in automotive diagnostics, particularly for the SRS system, as it ensures that the airbag system is completely deactivated while troubleshooting takes place, preventing accidental deployment of the airbags. It's recommended to wait at least 3 minutes after disconnecting the battery. This waiting period allows any residual power in the airbag system to dissipate, ensuring a safe working environment when accessing the SRS components. Safety precautions should always be at the forefront when working with SRS systems, as they either contain explosive components or rely heavily on electrical networks. The fifth step involves removing the glove box from the dashboard. This process is necessary to access the SRS components related to the front passenger's airbag inflator. The glove box is secured by a series of screws or clips, and removing it carefully will prevent damage to any attached components. Once removed, this step provides direct access to the dashboard wire harness, where the airbag inflator connectors are located. Proper removal procedures must be followed to avoid snapping any clips or damaging the surrounding components. This action is critical for subsequent steps where you will disconnect the connector from the airbag inflator, which will be necessary for further testing. Ensuring you follow proper procedure here helps maintain the integrity of the vehicle's interior. The sixth step entails disconnecting the front passenger's airbag inflator by removing the 4P connector from the dashboard wire harness. This connector is integral for transmitting signals to the airbag inflator, and carefully detaching it prevents potential damage to the terminals or wires. When disconnecting, ensure that the ignition is off and that you have waited the recommended time post-battery disconnection. This action is crucial, as it allows for safe handling of the inflator without the risk of accidental deployment. Once disconnected, a thorough visual inspection of the connector and surrounding wiring should be conducted to identify any signs of fraying, corrosion, or other issues that might contribute to the increased resistance or open circuit errors that led to DTCs B0010-13 and B0011-13 in the first place. The seventh step requires connecting the terminals of the SRS simulator lead J to the SRS Inflator simulator. The SRS Inflator simulator contains 2-ohm connectors and mimics the operational properties of a functioning airbag inflator. By connecting the lead J to the dashboard wire harness, you essentially substitute the actual inflator temporarily with the simulator, allowing you to test the circuit integrity without risking activation of the airbag within. This connection is vital in identifying whether the fault lies in the inflator itself or in the wiring or connector leading to it. Proper execution of this step can help isolate the problem, and it provides observable data when you return to check for DTCs again. Understanding the simulator's role in diagnostics is essential, as it can save time and unnecessary component replacements during the repair process. In the eighth and final troubleshooting step, you will reconnect the negative cable to the battery. This action is crucial for restoring power to the vehicle's electrical systems, including the SRS. Once the negative battery cable is reconnected, it allows the airbag system's control unit to recognize the new circuit setup, including the SRS simulator that has been connected. It is critical to ensure that the connections are secure and free of corrosion. This reconnection signifies the completion of the physical troubleshooting phase and prepares the system for the final evaluation. After reconnecting, checking the DTCs again with the HDS will confirm whether the issues persist or have been resolved, ultimately indicating the efficacy of the diagnostic process conducted thus far. Ensuring that each step was meticulously followed is vital, as any oversight can affect the system's performance. A final repair verification step involves rechecking for any DTCs after repairs or interventions have been conducted. This phase is essential to confirm that the diagnosed issues, which led to codes B0010-13 and B0011-13, have fully been addressed. The goal here is to ensure that no trouble codes are present, indicating that the airbag inflators and associated systems are now operating correctly. Utilizing the HDS, the technician should check for any new codes that may have emerged, as well as confirming that the previous ones have been cleared. This verification is critical, as it reinforces that not only were the immediate issues resolved, but also that no new problems have been created during the repair process. Successful verification helps restore confidence in the vehicle's safety features and communicates effective maintenance to the vehicle owner. Preventive maintenance is essential in ensuring the long-term functionality of the airbag systems in the Honda Odyssey. Regular SRS supplemental restraint system checks can help identify any potential issues before they escalate into significant problems leading to DTCs like B0010-13 and B0011-13. Technicians should perform inspections during routine servicing, focusing on the airbag inflators, connectors, and wiring. Additionally, keeping software updates current helps maintain the proper functioning of the airbag system. Ensuring components are of the correct part number and installed meticulously post-collision is also crucial in preventing future problems. Educating vehicle owners about the importance of these checks enhances their understanding of vehicle safety and promotes proactive vehicle ownership. In summary, addressing DTC B0010-13 and B0011-13 is vital for maintaining the safety of passengers in the Honda Odyssey. Each step taken during troubleshooting plays a crucial role in identifying the root cause of these error codes, which are primarily related to the front passenger's airbag inflators. Technicians must follow a systematic approach, covering checks from initial diagnostic evaluations through to final repair verifications. The importance of preventive maintenance cannot be overstated. Regular checks of the SRS system ensure that airbag functionality is preserved over time, preventing unexpected failures that could jeopardize vehicle safety. Ultimately, the integration of thorough diagnostics, effective problem resolution, and regular maintenance practices contributes to a safer driving experience for all occupants. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time!